देखिए structure of some interrelated compounds. You see there are total four columns. Column one having the formula of interrelated compounds. Column two define the names of the corresponding interrelated compounds. Third column tells about their structure, and fourth column is about the shape of these interhalogen compounds, and fifth column would possible if we think about hybridization. In fact जो चौथा टेबल है ना, फोर्थ कॉलम शेप का, उसके पहले व्हाट शुड बी देयर हाइब्रिडाइजेशन, बिकॉज बेस्ड ऑन द हाइब्रिडाइजेशन we can go for the
Shape.
finding of the shape. Well, no problem, we will discuss it, no problem, we will discuss it, fine. Okay, now you see, let us take first one, ICl, iodine monochloride, but the structure is wrong, it should be ICl, there should not be one Cl. Okay, this Cl should be removed. Okay, ICl, that's all. Its shape is linear. Its shape is linear. Uh, no need to mention the thing about it because it's very simple molecule. But when we go for ClF3, chlorine now, it is a chlorine trifluoride. There is a correction. You write it, chlorine trifluoride, and let us go for its discussion. So it is a ClF3. Bond angle is shown. We will decide it later on, no problem. And it is a bend shaped structure. But without knowing the hybridization, we cannot find out, we cannot see anything about the we cannot say anything about the shape and structure. Let us go for them, what is that? ClF, yes, yes, what is that? ClF,
CLF3.
ClF3, we will go for ClF3. ClF3, how it will form? So we should know the electronic configuration of chlorine. It is the condensed, we can write condensed as neon having the 10 electrons. And next one point is, yes, 3 3s2, and it is 3p5, right? So this is the electronic configuration of chlorine. So in writing the orbital diagram, it is called as orbital diagram. This is called as orbital diagram, writing in boxes. So here, so like this, isn't it? Yes. So there are 5 electrons in P and 2 electrons in 3s2. But chlorine has formed 3 bond with fluorine. According to valence bond theory concept, there should be 3 unpaired electron. So what is the possibility here? Here there is one more orbital, that is a 3d orbital having the no electron. So we can write the d orbital in the form of orbital diagram. Okay, orbital diagram like this, and there is no electron. There is no electron right now. Here 5 electron and here 2 electrons. Now this is called as a ground state. So all of you should know this. Write it simultaneously. This is the ground state. So now we want 3 single, apply the VBT rule. VBT says that any atom form molecule only when any atom, according to VBT, valence bond theory, any atom form bond which is equal to number of single electron in its last shell. Here only one electron, but there are 3 fluorine, so there should be 3 single electrons. So one electron will goes to this d orbital. So this is called as excited state. We can write it like this. So here these 2 electron will be as it is, but in p orbital these two become single, these 2 electrons become single, there will be pair as it is, and like this, and one electron goes to the d orbital, like this, fine, fine. Now we got 3 single electrons, we cannot go for another, we don't need the one more excitation. In fact, it is the first excitation, it is the first excitation, because only out of these 3 pairs one is excited, one pair electron from the this pair is excited. Now see, according to VBT and VSPR, VBT in combination of VBT and VSEPR theory, okay, VSPR, this says that always, always those orbital undergo hybridization which contain electrons, which contain electrons. So you see here, this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these five orbital will combine, and their names are S, P3, and D, and they will give you five new orbitals. They will give five new hybridized orbital having the two lone pairs and three single electrons. Fine, right? And we should know, we know that uh, these uh, these orbitals, this hybridization will definitely give a geometry called trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal, so bipyramidal. So we can write the geometry here like this. We can write the geometry. How we can write this? See, trigonal bi. So I can write like this. See, this trigonal bipyramidal. So this is a CL suppose, and let us draw trigonal first. Trigone. So it is a trigone, and here we have a CL. And bipyramidal means like this. Five lines. There should be. So at five sides there should be five bonds. Five bonds. But here five bonds are not possible. Only three bonds are possible. One fluorine, one fluorine, one fluorine. Because these two pairs will be remain unshared. Therefore, they are called as lone pairs. Now what to do now? What will happen? First arrange this 1, 2, 3, 4. This bond will be there. Fluorine bond by donation of one electron by fluorine. See, okay. So how to arrange? First arrange these two lone pairs. So arrangement should be in such a way that there should be maximum difference distance between these two lone pairs. According to VSPR theory, lone pair lone pair repulsion is very large. Lone pair repulsion is very high. So point should be, this should be under consideration that lone pair should be at large size away from each other, a large difference. So if you see the theories, we will find that the lone pair occupy the this equatorial sides. These two vertical bonds are called as axial bonds. These are called as axial bonds. Okay, and these are called as equatorial bond. It's a basic idea of chemical bonding. Equatorial bond. Okay, equatorial bond. So these two lone pair occupy the equatorial sides because the distance between them is maximum. There is a 120 degree. Fine. Now remaining bonds are occupied by three fluorine, 1, 2, and 3. And we can draw like this here. We can draw Cl. Here I can go for fluorine, and again there is a repulsion between these two and these two. So fluorine slightly shift like this, fluorine, and this fluorine, and it's a bent T shape. Okay, you can see bent T shape. Here we can write two lone pairs. To if you rotate this molecule like this, so if you rotate this like this, so this become, if you rotate like this, so I can write these two lone pairs here like this, and this fluorine, and this fluorine, and this fluorine. So it is a bent T shape. You see bent T shape. Okay, and the expecting, you see the expected angle is 90 degree. Expected angle is 90 degree from this side also, but due to this repulsion, this decrease below 90, so we can say the bond angle is less than 90 degree. Okay, so this is called as bent T shape. This is called as, bent bent T shape, bent T shape structure of ClF3. Okay, fine. So hope you got it right. Yes. Okay, all right. So this is what about the idea of formation of ClF3.